right, we are back on the Connected Design podcast, and let's just talk about it.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
higher than you guys.
You are.
Let's do
you
it.
are way higher. And we're in Las Vegas, so it's not that kind of high
No,
either.
it's not.
You are like a good 2 or 3 inches above where we are.
Well, I wasn't the one that found the furniture, so she's off camera right now, but we can blame Jill. Is that okay?
That is totally fine by me. We blame her for a lot of things, so might as well throw that in there too.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Mr. Marc Fisher, President of Sales here at Origin, and Todd Anderson, we just did this Director of Product Experience.
Yeah.
So appreciate you both inviting me in to your home, your recently redesigned home, which I'm excited to talk about. Ahead of Infocom here to a great, exciting, eventful week. So thank you.
My pleasure. Yeah, welcome. We've been working many, many years to get to where we are, and we still have many, many more years to go, but it is a fun process. We have a great team of people here in Vegas that work every single day to come in and redesign, re-outfit, move things, make this place what it is, which is our home.
Yeah, and we see them actively doing it, which is awesome. I know, Todd, you took me through a little bit of a demo here out in the space, one that I know you're still fine-tuning because you're like the finishing touches are going on. So talk about, you've been in the space since, you said 2015, is that right, roughly?
Yeah, we're 12 years in.
So,
11,
it's
12, yeah.
but a lot going on now to upgrade it and redesign. So talk us through the space and what's happening here.
Yeah, so we're actually doing quite a big construction project. We're trying to show a lot of the categories that we have. We have the architectural, we have the landscape, we have the performance theater products, and we're really trying to give these dedicated spaces their true space in our showroom. So we've been updating the showroom. It's really nice. We're actually layering control in there now as well. Crestron's been helping us out. Really excited about that. So full automation, lighting control, shades soon. But really what we want to do here is be able to have all of our products at the touch of our fingertips. So if you want to hear one sub with one set of speakers, we can click and pick and do that for our customers coming in. So again, a lot of backbone that needs to go in. Crestron's helping us out to do the control layer. But yeah, really trying to just show all these categories and really give the right view.
And when you say touch like different buttons on a screen, like I watched you do it. Like walk me through the demo of, you had pictures of the room that we were in, and literally just with a couple taps on your screen of the speakers in their specific locations, you were able to customize the demo. Talk about the different. That's not what it used to be, right? So up until recently, talk about what it was like.
Yeah, what it was used to be.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we would be sitting in the theater and we would just yell, "Yo, Todd!" And Todd would come running out of the room with like an iPad and his phone in his hand, and we'd flip light switches and try to make things work. And it almost felt like a consumer's home, where there's just a lot of remotes and a lot of buttons and a lot of things to make work. And our industry is about making that simpler for people. We call it automation, we call it customization, we call it control, and it's just simplifying the life of the technology in people's homes. And we're a piece of that, all right? We're the end result. We're delivering an incredible experience to our customers, and we want to make it as simple as possible. So working with the right partners like Crestron in our building has helped make a huge difference for our demos. So much so that now we encourage more dealers to come to our building, and we encourage them to bring their customers and see. We're in Las Vegas for a reason. It's a lot of fun here. So we want people to come out and experience what this guy has been working on.
Yeah, and it's impressive. So talk about that. I know, in terms of bringing people here, you have a great event planned this week while we're here, with the Crestron team, bringing some of their dealers in and showcasing this experience that, they've helped create here. What's kind of you talk about it a little bit there, but the goal of having a space like this, what's possible for the dealer that comes in?
Well, you look at a lot of the dealers today, and some have beautiful showrooms and great experiences, but most do not. And we want to help give interior designers, architects, builders, and dealers themselves a place to bring their customers to experience technology, sometimes heard, sometimes seen, sometimes not seen, but allow them to experience what they can do in their homes.
It's nice, too, when we bring customers into our showroom, it brings them out of the sales situation. If you're in a dealer's showroom, you're in their place. But when they're coming here, they're getting a tour they're seeing what we do. They're seeing our culture. They're not seeing the product. They're getting an experience of the product in the long run, but that experience is through the tour and the demos. And it's a little bit different. So we find when we get customers coming here, they're, oh, I didn't think about that product over here. And even if they're not looking for a certain category, they see that category and they think about, oh, that might work in my house here, or why didn't I think about that? And the projects just grow, and it just secures what the dealer already spoke to the customer about.
Well, and to those experiences, I'll walk through. We'll make sure there's video rolling over top of this to kind of showcase what it is. Walk us through the different rooms that are in here and kind of the layouts and what you guys are trying to showcase.
Yeah, so we have our main experience center. In our experience center, we don't really want to show the products. That's where we have our commercial products that are kind of hidden, where you're not really seeing them. We have the pendants, and you have a really good coverage of audio, but you don't see exactly where it is. Yep. Then we have our architectural audio. That we have our game cave. That's where we have our games and our pool table, but that's where we have our whole architectural audio line where you can click and pick, hear the 5-inch line, the 10-inch line, and then we can go to our in-wall architectural line, show the in-wall subs. So that's kind of our game cave, if you will.
Then you could really change and jump into the theater and see our huge theater products where we have over 40 speakers, 20-person seat theater, 21 now, where you can actually hear and feel like you're in the movies. And then you step into our Design-Centric technology room. In that room, the products are designed to be heard but not seen. They're supposed to be felt but not visually in the way of the home. And we work with a lot of architects, builders, designers to deliver those great products. Yep. And from there, where do we go from here?
Then we bring them into the cork room, we call that, but that's where we have a bunch of room treatments. Room treatments is really nice to show because people think of room treatments as the theater. But a lot of times we have these houses that have glass and all these open areas, so we like to show room treatments in more living room style areas. So we have the cork room with a bunch of different finishes, but that's where we're showing our soundbar solutions. Wow. It's always nice to talk about anchored audio. We always talk about the distributed coming from over here, but when you're watching that video, you do want to have the audio coming from the video. So we have a whole line of sound bars that we show with 2 different technologies, one with our Origin Silk Dome and then one with our Ambisonic Ribbon, both for different purposes. And then we bring them back to Design Services.
Yeah. And Design Services is where we can actually show the customer's home. We take their home, we put the products throughout their home, we can show the dispersion of the products, we can show placement, we do the full design, and hand that back over to the dealer so that they can discuss that with the customer back in their own place. And then, of course, when you jump into the back, which is our warehouse and our design, or actually our manufacturing, where we actually build and design a lot of products right here in the USA.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And then we kind of wrap it up back in the Experience Center, and we sit down with the customer and go through the design that we did and talk about what they liked and what they want to hear and go from there.
So it's really supposed to be a full experience for the customer.
Yeah, and thankfully, I joke about the height of the chair that she brought me, but Jill did a phenomenal job walking me through doing the tour of the space and showing I got to experience all of that already from you mentioned the theater room to the indoor, outdoor kind of the commercial space that's over there. I'm glad you keep bringing up, Marc, the design, the architects, builders, and designers, right? Because it's apparent in a lot of kind of what you've done here in the space. I know online too. Just browsing your website, you've got a great slogan right when you land on the website about design-centric technology. Something that's been obviously a topic of importance to connected design. It's kind of in our name, but the channel as well, right? About being more connected with that ABD community. Yep. To talk about how that's sort of influenced a lot of what's gone on here lately with Origin.
I mean, I guess you could say it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Yeah. In a way, we are audio gurus at heart, and what we want are big speakers that move a lot of air. We want them to be proud. We want them to be loud. We want them to be visual because audio is supposed to be fun and exciting. But that's not always the case, and it's really based upon the houses that are being designed today. You don't always have the ability to do that. So the goal is to take the technology that we've been working on and building from our founders back in the 60s and 70s all the way till now, is taking that technology and allowing it to work with the environment in the home. And that's taken a lot of work to do, but we've really kind of nailed it down.
Yeah. One of my favorite examples of this is we have our new Marquee sub. It's a really powerful sub, 2 10-inch drivers. I mean, it really rocks. But we take and we smush that design down and we make the driver fit into a standard 2x4 stud bay. So you're getting that power, that performance, but you don't have it taking up the whole room.
Right.
So whether it's something that we're making that's really small, just to be background audio, or something that's performance, we're taking design no matter what. Design for installation, design for how it looks when it's done, and design for how it sounds. Those are all important.
Yeah, and I even think back to walking through the warehouse and seeing, you mentioned the manufacturing that goes on here, the paint colors and kind of how custom they can get. Like it's really wild.
It's great. It's really a lot of fun.
I know. Listen, to a creative,
we love it and we hate it.
I get it. But like to the grills too, like being able to print like things onto the grill, like it's wild.
Making it blend right in so that people don't see it, but they can still dance in their kitchen and not know where it's coming from.
Well, also too from you guys internally to be able to do all of that as well has to be like just a major benefit.
Yeah, it's been a challenge. It's hard. Doing custom work is hard. And matching to the ceiling tile or matching to a backsplash or whatever the case may be, it takes a lot of work. And what makes all of this click for us is the people. Yep. We have over 50 people that work here at Origin, just in our headquarters here, and we have a great team. We have a family that work together to try to create solutions and great experience for our customers.
I was going to say one thing that I really like too about our team is we always like to take it to that next level and make it perfect. Bob, our printer, he's been working with us for quite some time. He brought us up a grill that, hey, if we just shape the grill a little bit different, I could print all the way to the edges. So we actually went and retooled all of our grills to do that, to make him happy, but also to make it perfect. And it's not something that anybody probably would have noticed, but maybe a designer would. And if we do things right with that passion, it just really follows through into the project.
The challenges, right, of wanting to show off the tech, but still understanding the community that integrators and manufacturers are trying to get a lot closer to. What's sort of been key in your mind in order to be more successful, or to have the designers and architects out there hear what your message that you're trying to deliver and just work more closely with them?
Yeah, it's getting them here.
Yeah,
we
100%.
have to get them here. You have to experience. I mean. Let me show you how this sounds. It's very hard to do. Let me write it down and tell you how it sounds. It's very hard to do. Out of everything in the home that is put in, we're the only thing that can create an emotional experience. We're something that people hear and it changes the way you feel. It's very hard to do that on paper. It's hard to do that on a webinar. The only time you can really do it is in a real listening experience. So we are selling fun. I mean, that's what we do. We manufacture products that deliver fun to people's homes. So to all the interior designers, the dealers, the architects, the builders, everybody that's in this business that wants to truly engage and have it a part of their home, you have to go experience it in the location.
Yeah. And I know, too, part of that is you guys getting out there as well, right? NKBA was a new the Builders Week.
Yep.
So what was that experience like?
Well, I wasn't there. Were you there?
No, I wasn't there.
Well, what have you heard? What have you heard about that experience?
We heard it was almost overwhelming how big the community is. It's an enormous community, and let's face it, we're a very, very small part of what goes into the home. When you look at it, a total home build, we're a small percentage. But what's interesting is we're the percentage that is fun and is creative.
Has the most impact on it.
Has the most
right?
impact. Yeah. So trying to change that that mentality of a builder's mind or a designer's mind, they want to sell houses, and they want comfortable sofas, and they want and beautiful artwork, and great designs. We're a tiny little piece of that. Todd talked earlier about acoustics. Can I tell you how many times we've been in a room and it's a high vaulted ceiling with glass, and they go, all right, this room's going to be the theater. And you're like, how are we going to make this work, right? Because they don't really think about that. And everybody listening to this would even know what it's like to walk into a restaurant and try to have a conversation with your better half, and you can't hear them because it's too loud, right? The noise in a home and how it makes you feel, it's the same as the lighting is so important. When you're in the home, how the light makes you feel at night.
Yeah.
Sound is the same way. Is the room loud when you walk through it? Do people hear you? Do you want to feel soft and easy, or do you want it to be hard and crisp, right? Those are things that we can help control.
Yeah.
You got anything?
I was gonna say anything to add? No. All right. Speechless. Speechless.
Wow,
You covered
did I just make
it.
Todd speechless? That never happens.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, I know I am sort of like standing between you and some food, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. But what's next? What kind of things are you guys? I know we're sitting here ahead of InfoComm. But what's coming down the line that you can talk about that people should be excited about?
I can't talk about it,
yeah.
But I can tell you that you absolutely need to come to CEDIA.
Yeah.
I can tell you that we are going to be showing and releasing some new products and or categories that will blow your mind away. It's going to light up your world. So I strongly suggest that you make your way out to CEDIA this year. It's in Denver.
One last time.
One last time.
Yep.
We invest strongly into our dealers. And by investing strongly in the dealers, you have to invest into the trade organizations that help make our industry better.
Yeah.
And so we invest heavily into the show. And if you don't have a CEDIA coupon to get in, let us know. We'll get you one. But definitely make your way out there.
Awesome. Cool. Well, Marc, Todd, this was awesome. I look forward to seeing you both in Denver.
You can look down on us.
Yeah, right? I'm going to chill. Make sure this stool comes with you guys so we can do this. No, this was awesome. So I appreciate the time at your facility and checking this place out. It was a lot of fun. And look forward to catching up down the line.
Absolutely. Go Birds.
Hey, go Birds.